but I lost my drone trying to fly it above the cable car. So no drone, and Melissa won't let me get another one, so.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
But yeah, this would have been perfect. Drone shot through some of the arches.
No.
Perfect. All right, it's getting kind of late in the day. It's about almost 5 o'clock. We've been here for a little over 5 hours. So we're gonna say bye to Avignon, but then we're not done for the day. We're gonna get a quick snack. Hopefully we can get a smoothie. And then we're actually going to head to a place called Pont-du-Gard, which is a Roman aqueduct. So let's head over there and see you in a bit. Well, anyway, so we had that, and then now we got our car and drove about 35 minutes over to a place called Pont-du-Gard, which is the, I think, Pont-du-Gard, old Roman aqueduct that used to run for like 50 kilometers, but now it's like 6:45, and it looks like we were able to enter at least into the parking lot for free for sure. And the ticket office,
because it was closed,
is closed. So I think after a certain time.
And I heard that this is a great sunset spot because the sun setting creates like a golden glow on the aqueduct itself.
Oh, cool. And sunset's like at 8 o'clock or so.
Yeah, so we have about an hour and 15 minutes before sunset, but then there's golden hour, like right at 7.
Yeah, so we're good.
Yes.
And everybody seems to be leaving while we're headed there, so I like that. So now we've arrived at
Pont-du-Gard.
Pont-du-Gard. So I was telling Melissa earlier, or just now, that this was a Roman aqueduct. I forget exactly when it was built, but it spanned for 50 kilometers, and the whole span, so Melissa was asking how aqueducts actually work. So the water's on the top right there. So when it used to work, it would run down the very top, and across the whole 50 kilometer span, it only drops 17 meters. So basically, I don't know, what is that, 30 something miles? It dropped about 40, 50 feet. That's pretty cool. So basically the water just runs using gravity, to answer Melissa's question. To be honest, when I was researching this and they were saying it's an aqueduct, I was like, well, why are we coming to see an aqueduct? But now that we're here in person, very impressive actually. Very, very cool. What?
Go see the aqueduct.
Okay.
So the aqueduct was built around 50 AD, and right here we're seeing the beginning of the aqueduct, but really back when it was originally constructed, there were 12 more arches that went that way.
Oh, so they're saying this was the beginning.
Over there, yes.
Oh, okay. And then it must have gone that way 50 kilometers. So yeah, this is the top. And Melissa, FYI, that's where the water ran. You see the very top over there? That's where the water would run at the top. So you can actually visit the top of the aqueduct where the water ran in the summer, but apparently it's not summer anymore, so, or I guess upon reservation. If you're here in the summer, you can go to the top. We definitely came at the right time. The lighting is perfect right now, and there is minimal amount of people. Really glad the way we did this today.
That's the Pont-du-Gard behind us, and yeah, you can just walk down a little bit and you're on this rock beach, and you get a full view of the Pont-du-Gard from below. The sun is like, it's over there, so it's not fully illuminating it, but it is coming from this side, because if you're on the other side, you can see the light on it. So crazy that this structure from 50 AD still exists today.
So it's like 2,000 plus years old, right? Almost.
Yeah. Insane. And the thing about the Pont-du-Gard, we didn't realize you could walk. Well, I guess you can't walk. I don't think it's, yeah.
You can walk across right there.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of like trails also. If you walk across, you can walk along the riverbank. And then you actually can go swimming in here. If it was a little warmer, you can go swimming.
There's people jumping over there.
Oh yeah,
swimming.
Across over there. Yeah. Yeah, we heard them swimming on the other side.
It's cold.
Try it.
No, it's not bad.
But yeah, we're gonna just enjoy here and take some photos. But this is quite something, huh? This would have been a perfect drone flying opportunity. However, probably saw, I don't know how many of you saw our last video in Switzerland, but I lost my drone trying to fly it above the cable car. So no drone, and Melissa won't let me get another one, so.
Hey, I'm not the bad guy here.
But yeah, this would have been perfect. Drone shot through some of the arches.
No.
Perfect.
I don't know if Alan mentioned this, but we didn't know what this was all going to be. We thought like you could drive up on the side of the road and just get out of your car and take a photo. But it's like a whole site with facilities.
Like, there's like a ticket office and everything. So I legitimately thought you would park just like in a parking lot on the side, and then you like hike down a little trail, and then you come to this thing. But there's like a whole tourist office and everything.
I didn't even know you had to pay for this. I thought like
this was just like on the side of the road. Yeah. But very, very cool. Like this is probably the biggest surprise of the day for me.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, so.
But I normally research every single trip. This trip I just didn't research very much.
Yeah.
So had I researched, obviously I would have known that this was more than just on the side of the road.
But here's the question for you guys. How much do you guys research on a trip versus, because that's a question, right? So if Melissa had researched more, would she have been as impressed when she got here because she didn't know much about it? Or would you rather like had known everything about it and was like, oh, okay, that's what I expected? That's a philosophical question. Philosophical question. All right, comment down below. What do you think? So sad. Just heard a drone flying around. It's probably still flying up there.
Correction, we are not walking on the aqueduct. They built a bridge in front of it, so we're walking in front of the aqueduct. We don't want to ruin architecture that's been here almost
2,000 years.
2,000 years.
Wait, you thought we were walking on the aqueduct itself?
No, I knew we weren't, but you said we were.
Oh, maybe I confused you. Now that we're walking along the aqueduct, I'm noticing how big these stones are. I'm just trying to figure out how in the world they were able to stack these stones like this 2,000 years ago. It's crazy. Now we're on the, I guess they call it the right bank of the river, across the other side. And it looks really nice over here as well. And if I spin back around this way, they have a little cafe back here, and I got a little, I think this is a museum actually. So the museum is open during the day, just kind of talking about the history of the aqueduct. So if you're in the day, yeah, highly recommend checking out the museum.
Another thing that we did not realize was that there is a cafe at the Pont-du-Gard and like a sit-down restaurant. So it's already 7:30, we just decided it'd be easiest to eat dinner here. And now we have this beautiful view of the Pont-du-Gard.
All right, we had a really good meal here, surprisingly, because I was reading reviews on it. People were saying, oh, it's not that great because it's just a touristy restaurant because it's of its location. But you thought it was pretty good, right?
I have no complaints about my fish.
I had a steak, well cooked. And I was telling Melissa, I appreciate European portion sizes because it forces you to not overeat. In Texas, where we're from, you get huge portions and you just, you always have leftovers generally. And so you're eating a lot. So I appreciate the portion control here in France. With that, I'm just gonna head home. It's about an hour and a half drive. So yeah.
So day 2 was all about Avignon and Pont-du-Gard, which is 30 minutes away. But we're ending it with this lovely view of Pont-du-Gard. Had a really good day, although it was a little hot.
Definitely come here in the evening, like
yes,
towards sunset.
With that, we'll see you tomorrow. Well, on the next vlog.
Which is tomorrow.
Yes.